looks like we're live. Copy. And let's see if I can find us. It's always the trick. Let's see. Shows that we're live. Hello. Hello. Oh dear. Let's try something different. We'll go straight to the source. Welcome. Grammy's Craft Boutique in the house. I'm Amanda. Grammy is, she's at the casino. Get this. So my dad had his colonoscopy this morning, and I had mine last week, and they did some biopsies. I was like in miserable pain for like 2.5 days. My dad, who some of you know does my shipping and my bookkeeping for me, he's a retired engineer, and he was in the Marines. The man is tough, okay? He wakes up out of anesthesia and tells my mom, I am super hungry. Let's go to the casino and get something to eat and play for a while. So they're at the casino. So there you go. There we are. Hi, Annette. Hi, Marty. I'm so glad that you're on. We're doing a mailbox swag. And hello. Welcome, friends. Hello. Yes, hello, nice people. Thank you for being here with me. I even got out a Christmas shirt. Because I love me some Christmas. Hi, Penny. So, oh, Jamie, you're new. I'm Amanda. We're Grammy's Craft Boutique. Grammy is my mom. And she is at the casino with my dad right now. She tries to be with me on lives to say hi to everybody. But lately we've been trying to get some Christmas projects done, and we're doing a craft fair in a week. It's a week from tomorrow. So we're getting ready for that, but you'll meet Grammy eventually. Hi, Maria. Thanks for being here, guys. So, of course, I'm prepared, but not prepared. Does that make sense? I didn't turn on my glue pot in time. So we're going to make the bow for the mailbox swag first while we let the glue, that glue get all melty. All melty and gooey. So you might have to remind me to turn the glue pot down, because I turned it up to melt all of the glue pellets. We use Gorilla Glue pellets or sticks. Sometimes I use sticks, and I just cut up the sticks. So let's make sure I'm in the frame. So these are 2 ribbons that we have in the shop that I thought would be really fun. This one has white polka dots on red on the sides, and it's got glitter stripes. And then I just brought out the 1.5 inch glitter green. Hi, Anna. We're all great. Hi, Fonda. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. That makes me so happy. Everyone is good. Dad did have his checkup, colonoscopy. Everything is good. He doesn't have to go back for 5 years. I don't have to go back for 5 years. We still have to get Grammy in there to have hers done. Isn't getting older super fun? Hi, Jennifer. Good afternoon. My nephew might be coming over sometime, so I opened up the blinds in front of me so I could see if his mom's car pulls up, but he knows my garage code. Okay, so I dovetail the end, and this is going to be the bow for the top of the mailbox swag. We're doing the bow first since I forgot to turn on my glue pot because I'm awesome like that. So I'm going to make, let's do like a 10-inch tail, put it in there and give it a good strong twist. You always want your pretty side to be up, pretty. And this is a nice sturdy ribbon. When I say sturdy ribbon, I mean like it holds its loop really well. Let's see. I think I want to go out to about 6.5 to 7 inches. Give it a twist. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome. We're going to make a mailbox swag, and we're going to do the bow first. Come out to 7. Give it a twist. So I found a show on Netflix I've been watching called In the Dark. And it's about this really snarky, kind of mean blind girl that gets mixed up in a situation where she's trying to find the murderer of her best friend because no one else seems to be trying to help her find out what happened. And it's pretty good. So I'm going to do 2 loops on each side. So this last one, I'm not twisting, I'm scrunching down. And we're going to trim our tail. Let's do one tail going this way and one going this way. And separate our loops. Oh, Anna, you and I must be related. I finished Rosewood, and I guess I had watched that when it was actually on TV, but I didn't finish it. And really bummed that there's only a couple seasons of it. But then I got hooked on the 911 shows. So I watched 911 Lone Star, and I'm watching 911 when they're in California. So I come out to about 7 inches with this tail. Make the loops the same length. Give it a strong twist. This glitter ribbon that we have in the shop it's amazing. It's such a nice, beautiful glitter shimmer, but it doesn't come off. It's like embedded into the fabric so you don't have glitter dripping everywhere. Okay, she's claiming me as a cousin. I'll take it. So I'm going to do one on each side. Yeah, those 911 shows are really good. I didn't know if I would get into it, and I'm hooked. Coming back with this one. We'll go up the opposite direction with the tail here. Give it a twist. I'm going to make the loop a little bit shorter, maybe 6 inches. Isn't this red and green so pretty? I love it too. I just love I love traditional holiday colors. I love the whimsical holiday. I love the pastel candy holiday. I'm a sucker for all of it. Twist. I think we're going to do 3 loops on each side because we want a nice and full bow for a mailbox swag. And you want to make sure that you're using really sturdy ribbon. I mean, there's some beautiful ribbon that might be a little, I don't want to say flimsy, because that sounds so negative, but some ribbon is beautiful, but maybe not as sturdy. Okay, so this one we scrunch down because you really want your loops to stand up on a mailbox swag. And that's why I like utilizing ribbon that has glitter in it because it really stands up. You know, and I put my mailbox swag out, and you know, when I go out to get the mail, I might fluff the bow a little bit. Oh, thank you, Vicky. You're so sweet. So I just separate my loops, and we'll come back with the green glitter again. I've always loved making bows. My mom says you can always tell which Christmas presents are from me because they'll have super fancy bows. Because I just have always enjoyed making bows. We'll go down the other direction with that tail, opposite the other one. Give it a twist. We'll go a little bit shorter with these loops. Let's see, maybe an inch shorter. So has anybody started watching In the Dark on Netflix? It's pretty good. I've been watching it because Scott's been watching the Dahmer series and I'm not watching that with him. So I go in the bedroom and find something else to watch. No, it's not gory or spooky. It's a little bit of suspense and it's a little bit of dark humor. Let's see. Let's do 2 of those. So I'll scrunch that down. I get distracted when I'm talking about my TV shows because I love my shows. Okay. Hi, Anita from Kentucky. How are you? Yeah, Vicki, these are both in the shop. They're so pretty. So In the Dark is about this, I'm going to call her troubled. She's kind of snarky, kind of mean. This young woman's blind and she has a guide dog and her best friend gets murdered. And she seems to be the only person who cares about finding out what happened to him. But she gets herself in all kinds of situations. So there's a little bit of suspense, lots of twists and turns. And I'm on season 2 right now, and I cannot believe what her and her friends have gotten themselves mixed up in. So it's pretty entertaining. Oh, you saw that one? Yeah, I didn't know if I'd like it at first because she's kind of a mess and she's not really nice. And but it's hard to explain without giving anything away. It's definitely worth watching, I think. Now, I'm going to do something I usually don't do, but I do this on a mailbox swag. I make this center loop out of 2.5 inch. Yeah, it's definitely a mystery. I mean, she's out there trying to solve this mystery on her own, and she's blind. And you know, I'm a sucker for golden retrievers because I have golden, and I Googled, my mom thought this was funny. I Googled, does the dog die in the show In the Dark? Because I was like, oh my gosh, she's getting herself in such a pickle. I've got to make sure that nothing happens to this dog because I hate when the dog dies in a show. Whew. Okay. So let's get a big long zip tie. And let's see. I want to decide how I'm going to attach this to the mailbox swag. I think I'm going to use a floral pin, which you guys will understand after I show you the swag. I'm going to get this zip tie under the bow because this one's kind of thick. Get it started. Yeah, I never want to watch anything where anything happens to the animals. Ugh. So I just put my thumb on the top, my 2 fingers on the back, and hold the bow in place while I get that floral pin in there and hold it while I'm squeezing. And then I just zip tie that super tight. Hi, Linda. How are you? Good to see you. Snip off that. Separate these two. Hi, Colleen. Oh, yes. Animal stuff, tugs at my heart. For sure. So I'm just fluffing. Fluffing. So this way we've got lots of full loops, lots of fun tails. Perfect for a mailbox swag. Linda, the green is a full glitter. And the white one with the stripes and polka dots is a heavy canvas. And I picked these two because they're not floppy. I needed them to really stand up and shine. So we've got our bow done. We've got the floral pin in the back. Set the bow over here. And I want to talk to you a minute about a mailbox swag. So don't get so caught up that you think you have to have something called a mailbox swag. I have made mailbox arrangements out of partial pieces of garland. Now you probably have to double them up to make them nice and full. I've used 32 and 36 inch centerpieces, pine centerpieces that you use for bases for centerpieces, but I've bent them over a mailbox. We do sell one that's called a mailbox swag, and it's a little bit longer on each side, and it has a bar that attaches underneath the mailbox. Everybody's mailbox is different. My mom and dad have a gigantic mailbox, so I ended up putting two wall swags, you know, the ones that are fuller at the top and taper down like a teardrop. I used two of those and attached them in the middle. So don't get too caught up thinking that you have to have a specific kind of base. The one I'm using, I literally bought this from a place called the Christmas Tree Factory. And it's a swag, and it was meant to be a mantelpiece, but I bent it in the middle, and I attached an extra long piece of pine on the very ends so I could attach it under the mailbox. You can get some of these pre-lit with battery operated lights. You can put lights in them. Oh, you like this? I know, I got one for my sister-in-law too. Yeah, you use two teardrop swags. That's perfect. I mean, I think sometimes people get really caught up. My friend Teresa, she actually, she uses a rail, a wire and tinsel rail like you would use for mesh. And she puts gaps and cracks in the middle of it, that foam that hardens, because she puts a lot of picks in hers, and because she makes hers all mesh. So, I mean, there's so many different ways to do this, but this is, I like the look of a pine or evergreen base behind my goodies. So what I do is I find the center, I separate the pine, and get me a nice narrow area. Then I use, and you can get these at the Dollar Tree, and I just cut out a groove in the middle. These are, I think, to put in the bottom of a vase. They look like a little cup, and I just cut out a groove in the middle. And what I do is I put some glue in here, and I just set that right, and I set the pine down in there. So I do have a place to attach some picks because I like to have some height up at the top. So I'm going to add some glue to this little groove I made. Oh, yeah, my glue is too hot. Gotta turn it down. So I put some glue in that groove. And I'm just going to set this down in that groove. And I'm pushing it down in there so some of that pine can get in contact with that glue. And then the other thing I'll do just for some extra staying power is dip a couple of floral pins in glue and glue that pine in there. So I'll grab a piece of pine, push that in there, and I'll do that with a couple of them. So now I have a piece of foam, and I'm going to zoom in on the, I'll zoom in a second. Dollar Tree trees also have a, oh yeah, that would, Lori, that's a good idea. Okay, so now, this is a terrible view for you guys because you can see my giant mess I have behind it. And I've got all these lights on, and it seems like it's dark. Got the ring light. Let me move the ring light and see if you can see it better. Linda, Grammy, she's actually at the casino with my dad. No, then that'll be in the way. Sorry, everything is so messy behind it. So that glue has set up in there. And then I just fluff both sides. Gotta fluff both sides. And then I'm going to attach it underneath. Oh, so you have a mess. Well, Anna, that's understandable. And my mom always says, it's not going anywhere, which is not altogether comforting, but I get what she's saying. Like, don't worry about it. It's not going anywhere. Yeah. Grammy's pretty lucky, you guys. My husband and my mom are pretty lucky. So I cut some mesh. I wanted to use white, green, and red. To see how pretty that looks with the bow. And, oh shoot, you can't see everything I'm doing. I'm just gonna curl the ends in like once and then ruffle it up the center. And I'm only curling the end in once because I want to hide that raw edge that tends to fray. I'm going to come in on the side, and this would be toward the front, and get a couple pieces of pine. And give it a twist. And I usually estimate like about maybe five pieces of mesh at about 20 or 25 inches on each side. And then I'm just going to stagger it down a little bit. I'm not going to come right next to it. I'm just going to move down a few pieces of pine and get that attached in there. Oh, thank you. You like the bow? So just going to fold it in once and ruffle it up the center. And this come diagonal here. just looks so dark on TV. I tell you what, I have battled lighting issues since I started this business. Like when I try to take product pictures, I have used those big umbrella lights like photographers use. I've used ring lights. I have tons of lights here in the craft room, but it just seems like getting lighting correct is hard. So I just kind of zigzag. Top left, go a little lower to the right, go diagonal, diagonal, and then I'll put one more piece down here at the bottom. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Teresa? I swear. And I don't understand. I wonder if I can move this ring light closer. I cut these between 20 and 25 inches. I'd say probably closer to 25. Uh-oh. What did I click on? Faith. How do I get rid of that? Oh, it's 10-inch mesh. Sorry, Jennifer. I was trying to figure out how to get rid of that live viewer comment thing. So this last one, I'm going to come down in the middle at the bottom. It's 10-inch mesh, cut about 25 inches. Okay, so we'll just turn this around and we'll put the mesh on the other side. That I dropped on the floor because I always have to drop stuff on the floor. It's kind of my thing. Go to the comments tab and hide StreamYard's comments. Ah, thank you, Faith. She's so smart. Ruffle up the middle. Ruffle, 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 ruffle. Okay, a little bit toward the front on the left. Oh, you can? Oh, good. Okay. Nine times out of 10 with me and my mom, it is operator error. We usually end up figuring it out just in time for things to change and have to learn something new. But that's just the way technology is. So. trying to find 2 good pieces of pine so I can get the next one in. Just making 1 loop on each side, ruffling it up the middle. So, are you guys big Halloween movie fans? Like, do you like horror movies? Do you love this time of year? Watching scary movies and getting scared? That would be a big no for me. I do not like to be scared. And I don't like scary movies, but my nephew and my mom love them. Me either, Jennifer. I do not like horror movies one bit. So I'm just zigzagging, going diagonal. And you really only need about 5 pieces on each side. This last one is going to come down here. Got to fluff a little bit, find out where I'm going to put it, because it's going to be down here at the bottom. You're also a Grammy? That's awesome. Okay, so we have mesh on both sides now. Bring this back around to the front. And from here, you have lots of options, right? Oh, I can watch Hocus Pocus. That's cute. And the reason I put the floral pin in is because I want to go into the foam with the bow, so it can really stand up in the front. And I think that's going to work, so I'm going to put some glue on that floral pin. Just make sure you don't get glue on your bow. Or your finger. Oh my God, I am a mess. Good night, nurse. I'm not going to fluff right now. I'm going to let that glue harden up there, and I might come behind it and add a little bit more glue. Because your bow takes a lot, because it's right out there in the weather, in the wind. I don't want the bow coming off. Okay. So I will fluff the bow, but I just wanted to make sure to get some extra glue there. So from here, the choice is really yours, what you want to do from here. Oh, Jennifer, I love mesh, but I also like making mailbox swags that are all like I made one last year for Mom's mailbox, and it's all like a harvest theme. Lots of greenery and fall flowers and fall leaves and pumpkins and stuff like that. And I didn't use mesh for that one. But it's just, there's so many options. So many. So I brought up some picks that I just manhandled and pulled apart. God, I am such a bull in a china shop. And I picked these because they're a little bit shorter. They're not, you know, real super long. And it's got the green, the red, and the white. Because I want some picks to come out from behind the bow. I don't quite need that much length, so I'm gonna snip that off. And right now I'm just gonna get these in place. And I fluff them, make sure they're all in there okay. Kind of move all the balls to the front. Snip like a inch or so off. I'm going to turn this towards me real quick. I know, isn't it fun, Maria? So some glitter balls out of the top. And I think these shorter picks were probably from Michael's. Yeah, they're Ashland, so they're from Michael's. Thinking maybe we want one coming out the front in the middle of the bow. I think that glue's hardened up now, so we can kind of fluff our bow around a little bit. Hold on to the back. It matches your tree. You need this one. And then one more. This one is a sequined red, green, and white. And we have two of these. So I'm thinking that they need to come out from the sides. I'll just turn this my way real quick. I'm going to come make sure these two are technical difficulties. Where's my phone? There we go. So those are coming out the side. Let's turn it around so you guys can see so far. See, when you add that little bit of foam in the top, it gives you a lot of options to bring in some more sparkle and bling. I have one more of these that have the bigger ornaments on them. Let's see if this will be tall enough to go right in the middle of these two. So that looks pretty cute. Got some sequin balls, some coming out of the front of the bow. And then you can decide what you want to do. I mean, you could stop at any point. I mean, it's really cute with the mesh and the bow. But then I want to add some picks up here to make it, give it some height and some glitter and some shimmer. But then you can also continue and, you know, you could add ribbon down the side. I'm not sure this one needs it because the mesh is so pretty. But, you know, you always have the option of putting some ribbon down the sides like a roller coaster, or putting them in as ribbon tails like you do in a wreath. So, you know, I just wanted to do one just to show you guys basically how I set up the swag with the little piece of Dollar Tree foam, cut the groove out of the middle of it and glue it in. I wanted to make a bow, show you guys how I do a bow for a mailbox swag, because I do it a little bit different than a bow that lays flat on a wreath or against a wreath. And then I wanted to show you guys how I place the mesh. So that was really the goal for what? Maria, you don't have a mailbox. I heard somebody else on here say they don't have a mailbox. That's a bummer. Oh man, one of my favorite things is decorating my mailbox. And I actually have regular lights on my mailbox swag because the little battery operated ones aren't they're not bright enough, like, you know, for it to show through the mesh and all the foofiness. So I put regular lights and I just run an extension cord to the mailbox. But I love decorating my mailbox. Yes, Jennifer, go forth and decorate mailboxes. They're so fun. I mean, mailboxes are so boring. Bills show up in them every day. Have to make them happy somehow, right? So, anyway, that's what I wanted to show you guys. So, go decorate mailboxes, right? Super fun. Well, it is 2:35 here, and I think my nephew might be showing up any minute to help me do inventory or carry some boxes down. He's a really good helper, so he will help me with whatever I need. I think we're at a point where I might have him start helping me with computer stuff. Because, you know, he's 13. He'll be 14 in December. They are so programmed to use computers. Like, it's just, it's their generation. So I'm probably going to have him start helping me with some stuff on the computer too. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here with me and keeping me company. And if you have any questions, message me. And if you want to see a different type of mailbox swag, go to Wreath Addiction RN. That's my best friend, Teresa. She makes her mailbox swags on rails with mesh. She used gaps and cracks for her foam, and her mailbox swags come out amazing. So, yeah, check her out too. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.